Hello, I'm Dev Wakely, Policy Analyst with Alabama Arise. Welcome to this week's Arise Legislative Session Recap. This week we'll be discussing several voting bills in the legislature and one federal bill. But first, pause me, go to our website alarise.org and sign up for our action alerts. And please become a member if you aren't already. We'd love to have you with us as we work to create an Alabama that works for every Alabamian. The House Constitution Campaigns and Elections Committee met this week and considered three voting rights bills. First, the committee brought back up Representative Laura Hall's HB 396. This bill would remove the requirement that voters list an approved excuse if they want to cast an absentee ballot. This bill had a public hearing last week where voting rights advocates and representatives from the Secretary of State's office gave testimony in favor of allowing voters to vote absentee for reasons of their choosing. But over the past week, the Secretary of State abandoned the bill when opposition became apparent, and at the committee hearing this week, Representative Hall had the bill carried over because prospects of passing it were slim. The committee also passed Representative Wes Allen's HB 285, a bill to ban curbside voting, with very little discussion about the bill's effects on people with disabilities and older Alabamians. The committee considered and voted down Representative Arnold Mooney's HB 351, which would have prevented the governor from modifying elections because of emergencies. This was an especially short-sighted bill in light of the state's use of executive branch action to respond to the COVID pandemic, and this bill's defeat in committee is a win for good governance and disaster preparedness. Federally, the House of Representatives passed the For the People Act, H.R. 1, a bill that would implement several improvements in elections for federal office. This bill would restore preclearance under the Voting Rights Act that Shelby v. Holder gutted back in 2012. The end of preclearance enabled a flood of state-level voter suppression legislation we've seen in many states, including Alabama. This bill would also reduce gerrymandering. And among direct Arise issue priorities, the For the People Act would also implement automatic voter registration. This would improve voter roll accuracy and save the state millions of dollars compared to paper registrations. We're really excited about all this bill's improvements to elections. That's this week's Arise Legislative Recap, and remember to join as a member, follow us on social media, and sign up for action alerts. Thanks.